The Yellow Dog Contract. Well, I don't know anything about them, but hey, this is a Story of America card, so let's talk about them and how controversial it was to say they are. So here is the Yellow Dog Contracts from the Nation's Wealth section from Story of America cards. The Yellow Dog Contract, also known as Yellow Dog Clause of a Contract and Ironclad Oath. This is an agreement between an employer and an employee in which the employee agrees as a condition of employment not to be a member of a labor union. It was widely used by employers to prevent the formation of unions, most often by permitting employers to take legal action against union organizers. They were only outlawed in 1932 by the United States under the Norris-LaGuardia Act. During the 1800s, it was uncommon to witness the scene outside almost any factory in the United States. Think of this. A speaker is standing on a platform, arguing, addressing his fellow workers. I need a job, but only a Yellow Dog contract with no fight in it would sign this contract. Listen to what the company wants us to sign. I will perform all work assigned to me. I will not take part in any strike or hinder the conduct of the factory as an open shop or non-union shop. My employment can be terminated at any time by you or by me upon written notice. This means that if you take a job and then join a union, you can be fired for breaking the Yellow Dog Contract. This so-called Yellow Dog Contract was widely used by many employers at the time to fight labor unions. Opponents of this anti-union tunic urged the U.S. Congress to protect workers' rights to join unions and bargain with employers over wages, hours, and working conditions. In 1892, Congress finally passed the Erdman Act to settle labor disputes in the railroad industry, Section 10 of the Act, which outlawed Yellow Dog contracts, made it illegal for railroad to fire a worker solely because they joined a union. The Louisville and Nashville Road Rail challenged the Section 10, and the U.S. Supreme Court held it unconstitutional because it infuriated with the freedom of employees and workers to sign a labor contract. Kansas then passed a law making it a criminal offense for an employer to require a worker to sign a Yellow Dog contract. But in 1915, the U.S. Supreme Court followed its decision and overturned the Kansas law. 2 years later, the court strengthened the hand of the anti-union employers by holding the employer whose workers had signed a Yellow Dog contract could obtain a court injunction ordering the union to stop its efforts to gain members. The Yellow Dog contract remained an important anti-union weapon until the 1920s. Then, in 1932, Congress, giving way to the rising tide of complaints, outlawed it by passing the Norris-LaGuardia Act. And the following year, the National Industry Recovery Act, NRA, was passed, in which labor's right to organize and bargain over wages and hours was guaranteed. The NRA was individual by the Supreme Court in 1935, but Congress promptly passed the Wager Act, National Labor Relations Act, which further protected unions' rights and put the end to the use of the Yellow Dog contracts. And that is the Yellow Dog contract. So yeah, you'll get fired if you join the union, But anyways, I hope you liked it to learn about the contracts, and I'll see you next time.